What's going on, family? Today we're going to be talking about forgiveness. This is a very important topic, and it's a very hard topic because a lot of people don't know what forgiveness even means. A lot of people don't know what forgiveness is even for, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about that. This is a long topic, so I'm probably not going to get to everything. If y'all have questions, please just DM me. You don't need to put it in the comments. DM me. Whatever is on your mind, I'm here to help at the end of the day. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna start off with this verse. We're in Colossians, chapter 3, verse 13. Bearing with one another and forgiveness and patience. Whoa. Rewind that. I'm cutting it. Okay. Bearing with one another and forgiving one another. If anyone has grievance against another, just as the Lord has forgiven you, so you also to forgive. You also to forgive. Whew. This is a good one. So what stood out to me is grievance. When I think of grievance, I think of you're grieving. So you're holding on to something towards that person, like a grudge. Grievance, grudge. I'm sure there's synonyms, I think. Um, when you have grievance with someone, you're holding on to that ill image of that person, that bad image of who they probably used to be, who they're who they're probably not anymore, and you're just holding on to that image, and you're holding on to that hate for that person. So forgiveness, I learned that forgiveness is your ability to let go of being able to punish that person, to be able to judge that person. So when we hold on to that image of the person that we may not like, or the hate, that the hurt they gave us, and we define them as that, we're letting go of that image of that person, and we're giving it on to God, because He's the only person that's allowed to judge, not us, because we're imperfect things. So that's what forgiveness means, and that's why it's not okay to forgive, because you're ultimately holding on to bad feelings. How are you supposed to grow if you're holding on to past feelings on someone else? You're holding on into that hate. We're not called to hate. We're called to love. So you should forgive. You should forgive to let that go. So you should forgive for yourself. That's why people should forgive. You need to forgive for that pouring hate that the enemy wants to keep in you. So you can act on that and be a hateful person instead of a loving person. You were supposed to let go of that hate towards that person, that grudge, and forgive and go about your life in love and love that person. Keep that person in prayer. The Bible tells us to pray for our enemies. We're supposed to love our enemies regardless, and that's just the beauty of Jesus. We're not supposed to hold grudges. We're not supposed to judge others. We don't need to be friends with them. We don't need to be cool and continue being buddy buddy, but you're supposed to let go of that hateful emotion. That's not you at the end of the day. It's not, that's not who you are. And this Bible is telling us, this verse is telling us that He forgave us. So we have no right to not forgive other people for yourself. Forgive for yourself, if anything. That sounds selfish, but it's for their peace too. Even though you forgive, they might not take it at first. They might not understand it, but it's the principle. It's the principle of forgiving. That's that's the important part. The principle of forgiving is very important. Letting go of that old emotion that's not even there no more. Offering that reconciliation with the other person to really just offer peace. You're offering up peace just like Jesus did. He offered peace even to the people that stoned him. He said, God, please forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. It's a beautiful thing. Forgiveness is such a beautiful thing. And I struggled with forgiveness for years, whether it be friends or parents. I kept on an old image for others, and it really put a lot of hate in my heart, and it hindered relationships. It wasted time. It wasted my time because I'm basically living based off other people's images. Since someone did it to me, I gotta do it back because I don't like them. That's not how you should live. You gotta let that go. You gotta take accountability. You gotta look internally sometimes. Sometimes you like to blame other people right away, but you gotta look internally and be like, maybe it's me. Maybe I had to change something. Maybe I got to see God. Maybe I had to seek counsel. Whatever that may be, that forgiveness, like, you gotta work internally. You gotta work internally. You, the energy you keep in is what you're gonna be. You're gonna present it to the world. So that's why we gotta let go of forgiveness. And we gotta let go of those negative emotions because the emotions don't control us. They're temporary. So we gotta let those situations be temporary and be the bigger person. Jesus forgives. A lot of people forgive in the Bible, but we gotta let go of that pride. Pride is a big thing. Pride, we think we gotta do everything ourselves. We gotta be be bold in our character, and we can't lead by example. No, we gotta forgive first and let everything else follow. You never know what any other people are going through, and it's just it's just um it just hinders you. Unforgiveness slows growth. Real talk, it really does. You're dwelling on. You're not even focused on yourself at that point. So you gotta forgive, even if it's multiple times. Like I said, consistency is important. And that doesn't mean you have to be friends with them, or you can set boundaries. Boundaries are okay. I had to work on it myself. So, um, you know, you gotta just set that free. Let that free. Let that emotion free. Let that emotion free. Pray on it and let God do the rest. Just forgive unconditionally. You got to. You got to. You got to. And just go about your days. It's for you at the end of the day. Forgiveness is for you. And it's hard. It might not be easy at first. You might be like, how am I even doing this? Why am I doing this? But it's because Jesus did it first. So let's try to forgive someone this week or apologize to someone. Apologize to someone and don't expect anything in return. Just do it for you and everything follows. Thank you.